Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Oh, what a move. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got it down to the 28.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. A throw there, but that's going to wind up being good
coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing? Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. He kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist. exist.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys. A great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that 1st down.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Cowboys are the perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. They push it back 8 yards and time on 2nd down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on the first drive out defensively. And we need to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they have to find a way to take that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Prescott now from the 50. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 21. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then 1 play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes it's been a beauty.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. To throw is Wilson. They'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. He completes it to Beckham. Touchdown, Falcons. Beckham with career touchdown number 70. And the Falcons are once again back in front.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. From the 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Prescott now. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. To throw is Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Off the play fake, Prescott. Going down the middle, and it's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they can stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The game choose. They're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Now the timeout signal for them. They'll give it 10 seconds to go before halftime. 4th and goal now. Mere inches from Pater. Now Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here. The lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Still first down.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Second and 10. Inside give to Allen. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
God damn.
He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
Wow, they hit the punter and they don't get no penalty. What's up with that?
To the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Now loose football. The ball comes out. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this third quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where he just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately, could wind up costing him the ball game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have got it back to within a score. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, next-gen stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And now here come the Cowboys. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Prescott fires one out wide, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. How about the dive look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like...
That boy Z broke his ankles, man.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 3 quarters in the books. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. The give is to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the counter, Elliott. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 78 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. A first down carry by Elliott. Down to about the 23.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons 17. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
The home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Prescott off play action. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. First and 10, it's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing is Wilson. Hardy's got it on the out route. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 44, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Again to Elliott. Powers through it. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Elliott dances by him, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Throwing here, Prescott. And that's caught once again by Gallup. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and sub packages.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
Prescott to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway. Once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for Dallas, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time.